don't know. I do not know what happened. Hopefully, this will work properly this time. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me go through and go over here. All right. And hopefully it won't be buffering. I'll go ahead and put the link in there. But I did email it to a couple folks. Hopefully they will. Let me try this one more time. Hey, Whistle Stop. Good to see you.
Hello, Moto.
Hey, babe.
Hey, how are you this morning?
Doing well. Doing a live stream.
I was trying to catch you beforehand.
Well, I'm sorry. I started it. It started buffering, and so I started it again. So what's going on?
Not much. My stomach's bothering me some, but
I'm sorry, babe.
I just took something, so hopefully that will help.
Well, I hope it helps.
Yeah. Did you get enough sleep?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Joe, fix it for you. Cookie dough. B-Rad, Brad. Yeah, I think I did. It's kind of hard to say. But at one point I had to let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Who? But
They woke you up?
Well, they did, and then I think so, or maybe I got up anyhow, needing to use the restroom or something. Let's see. Maybe. Hard to say. Hey, Steve, good to see you. Hey, Shawnee.
Well, I will let you go. I was just calling to check.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I had coffee. I had a cup of coffee. It was good, and was just trying to start a live stream, but it started buffering real bad. There's Chef Stevie, and I'm going through and adding some links to hand out. Or I tried.
But I forgot to feed the dogs this morning. Did you get them fed?
Yeah, I fed them.
Oh, good. Okay.
And
yeah, I wasn't feeling very good this morning either. So.
Well, I'm sorry, babe. Did you get the other critters fed?
Huh?
Did you get the other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went outside and got everybody taken care of out there.
Okay.
It sure was cold.
It doesn't seem to be real bad right now, I don't think.
Well, I just don't do well with cold weather, even. I don't know, I just don't do well with cold weather.
I don't even know if I got all the right links sent. But that's okay. But yeah, we're today. I mean, I'm supposed to be working doubles the rest of the week, so I won't have a chance to do any more live streaming before Saturday. Of course, today's Wednesday, ain't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna let you go. I'm trying to get some work done, so I will. I'll talk to you later.
Well, you busy?
Kinda. Got a couple things I gotta take care of in the end of the month stuff.
Okay. Well, I won't ask you about it because we are live streaming, and we don't share that information. Come on.
Oh, what did I say?
Oh no, you hadn't said anything. I was just saying that because we're live streaming, whatever you say, other people are hearing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you, babe.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye. Hey, Simon. Simon, I did send you a link. I sent you, CV, Maya. It's all good. Oh, there's Ed too. Cool. What's up, Ed?
Not much. I cannot get my OBS to work.
What are you trying to do with it?
I have my background on,
Okay. I can help you with that, I think. Hey, Arlene, good to see you, darling. Hang on. Well, first, what you need to, all right, you see where let me pull up my OBS. You see where your camera is under sources?
I got me.
Yeah, that's going to be your camera that
Yeah.
all right. Right click on it.
Okay.
All right. When you right click on it, go down to the bottom, or near the bottom, almost the bottom, filters.
Right. Chroma King.
Right. Go to your chroma key, then make sure that the eyeball is lit up. Is it lit up?
I don't see any eyeball. Yeah, it's lit up.
Okay. And hang on, let me add Spin City News. Hey, Spin City.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are.
Yeah,
It's
good
morning.
afternoon to you as well.
This is an awesome day today.
Once we're trying to help Ed with his
My OBS, it's just not working for us. It worked on Sunday with no problem, but today it's not working at all.
all right. Well, obviously it is. You know, you must have it at least the uh, the virtual camera.
It's on.
It's on, yeah, or you wouldn't be showing up.
Yeah, because that's what happens when I turn it off.
Right. Well, to me, it's interesting that, and I don't know how it worked with you. Eddie's a lot more efficient with this stuff than I am. Hey, Sue at Bud Files.
Yeah, but what's weird is I see my background that I have up there.
Yeah, I do too.
It just will not connect.
Yep. Spin City News is somebody I met over at Tommy Tempers. Spin City, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out the same damn thing as he is. Hold on just a minute.
Okay.
It's weird. This worked Sunday.
Well,
I know what it is. It's my birthday today and nothing wants to work right.
well, happy birthday, Ed.
Thank you.
Maybe
I was going to. Go ahead. Sorry, Gary.
I was just going to say I may have to change the title to Happy Birthday, Ed.
No, you don't have to do that. But I was going to go live at midnight and I fell asleep. I was tired.
Oh, I get it. I work. Hey, I know you work a lot of hours just like I do. So
Yeah, but what kills me is I'm out in the cold for like 10 minutes. Then I go into a chicken house that's like 95 degrees, come back out. It's cold. Go back and forth about 6 times. And then I get my truck and it's warm. It just drains you. It makes you tired.
yeah, do you see where people are telling you happy birthday?
Yes. Thank you, Sibby.
Simon told you happy 78th birthday, Ed.
Kiss my behind, Simon. I'm only 59. 59.
There we go. What's going
How did
on?
you get? What did you do to get yours to work?
All right, you know, in the studio here, you go to the settings.
On
Not
OBS?
on, not on OBS, on
Okay.
the actual studio.
Oh, here we go. Camera.
Camera.
OBS virtual camera is on. Auto
Good.
recognize.
Hold on just a minute.
Jerry said happy birthday, even though you're still just a baby.
Thank you, Jerry.
And
Happy
Arlene said
birthday
happy
to you.
birthday.
Thank you, Arlene. Yeah, it shows OBS virtual cameras on. So let me hit stop. And then go. Nope, still not doing it.
Did you have to go into the chroma key, Spin City?
No. No, I'm doing it right on the studio. Well, I'm on a computer.
So am I.
And what I've done, damn it, what I've done is click the link in the chat, and it'll bring it up.
All right, let me go out and come back. Well, it's not even showing up on my OBS that I even have it, so I doubt that's going to work too.
I tell you what, hang on, let me try something. Because from what it looks like, everything's fine except for your chroma key, because it is showing everything except for the chroma key. All right, and so let me bring up my chroma key. All right, let me show you my. Hang on. There we go, right there. All right, let me put this full size. All right, if you go into that, go into your filters, you have to make sure that is clicked. If it's not lit up, it's not going to show the it's not going to use the filter to block out the green on your green screen. So that's the first thing I'd check, because I mean, obviously the chroma key doesn't seem to be working. And that's the first thing I would recommend. The fact is, I have limited knowledge I have limited knowledge when it comes to, OBS.
Yeah, this is all. Oh well, it is what
Did
it
you
is.
see that, Ed?
Sir?
I just wanted. Did you see that where I did the chroma key?
Yeah, mine's lit up. The eyeball looks just like yours. It doesn't have the X through it or the slash through it. It's all lit up.
All right.
See?
Well, do me a favor and hit it.
See? Hold on. Let me move my camera.
Hang on. Let me go over here to the dynamic scene. I'm gonna have to add you. All right. All right. Now let me bigify you so I can see it a little better.
All right. I'll hold my camera as straight as I can.
All right. All right. That's the settings.
Yeah, that's chroma key.
All right. Go ahead and click on the eyeball one time. No, on the eyeball down there where it says chroma key.
Hold on. Where? Okay, there it is.
All right.
There you go. It's off.
All right. Now click it back on.
It's back on.
All right. Now close that out.
There we go.
All right.
Nope. It did not work.
Well, then I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll have to do some research on it today.
Yeah.
I got I don't go back to work until February 2nd.
Y'all on let me debigify you.
Yeah, no, I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
But what I like about today
Yeah.
is I'm getting paid to talk to you right now.
That's cool.
Yeah, they pay us for our birthdays, if we work it or not.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This
is weird.
Yeah, I met Spin City. I have a tendency there. I try to go around. Eddie said, "Happy birthday, Ed."
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it, sir.
And hey, Greg Johnson, welcome in. I have a tendency to go into a bunch of live streams that some of them I know, some of them I don't, some of them, I do know Tommy Temper. I've been up on his panel before, and I like Tommy. He's Canadian, and he does a lot of stuff with news. He is good people. I like him. But he was, I saw Spin City over there on his panel, and I think they were co-streaming or something like that.
Yes, sir. That's what we was doing.
And so, I don't think Tommy's going to let any trolls or anything up there. So, I got some faith in Spin City News.
Well, I'm down here in Florida,
Yeah.
and it was 36 degrees this morning when I got up.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's only 47 here now. This next week it's going to be in the 30s in Central Florida.
Are you
by
down Tallahassee?
No, I'm further down south. I'm in the middle of the state.
Okay. Well, it's such a long state. You know, if you look at I've lived in Chipley and Crestview and Pensacola before. So,
So yeah, you know where I'm at down here.
yeah.
I am just about 25 minutes north of Tampa.
Okay. My buddy Jeremiah is a huge Tampa Bay fan,
Mm-hmm.
and so that in Auburn for some reason, and um, I don't know. I don't understand how Ed just got that.
Don't ask me either.
Let me go through and change my background. This is the one let's see, America. That's the one I usually have. You know, here of late though, I play with it a little bit every now and then just to change it up a little bit. How long have you been YouTubing, Spin City?
Oops, sorry about that. I was sitting here talking and I was muted.
That happens.
How long have I been YouTubing? Probably about a year.
Okay. Yeah. How you like it? Obviously, you do. You wouldn't keep doing it.
Yeah, well, I do like it. I mean, you get your trolls, you get your haters, you get your I don't agree with you and blah blah blah, and you just gotta delete them, get rid of them, ban them, whatever you got to do.
I'll be right back, Gary.
All right, we'll see you when you get back.
Just listen. I don't know what your political beliefs are. I mean, I am a member of the media, not independent media. I'm actually a member of the media. I'm a videographer. That's what I do. That is exactly what I do. And sometimes I've got to write a little story with it or a couple taglines, and I put it into the press pool, and whoever buys it, they buy it. I mean, that's what I do. And I do work and do contract work for Reuters and the Associated Press and some of the bigger box media, if you will.
Yeah.
And I like it. I mean, it's steady work, but today, for some reason, it's just like there is not a damn thing going on in Florida. So I just have a couple hours to myself, and I'm going to say goodbye in a little while and go hang out with my beautiful wife, and that's about it. Like right now, I've got a stream up right now, and it's Rubio. People like that. People like to see it. They don't want to see the chat. They don't want to see the idiots, bashing on each other, and I don't put up with it. So,
yeah. So poetic.
I mean, I do have a political affiliation. Do I agree with everything going on? No.
And that's well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself since we've really just kind of met.
Sure.
I do have my own political beliefs. I do have my own religious beliefs.
Sure.
We don't talk a lot about that on here, just because the fact that people do tend to, well, he wouldn't like me. Then that's what Eddie said. My buddy Devil Dog in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He's I guess one of my oldest and dearest friends. So,
yes.
at least on YouTube. I don't have a whole lot of close friends, but he's
Sure.
somebody I've gone. He lives in Texas.
Yeah.
God bless Texas, and
I take it that's where you are.
no. I'm in Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah. I've lived in Texas, in Houston and the DFW area.
Sure.
But that's been many years ago.
Mm.
I tend to lean conservative on most things, but I do have a few views that a lot of people would consider liberal.
I think we all do.
Yeah, I think so. I guess more than anything else, I'd probably consider myself a like a libertarian, which is funny because I'm a police officer as well.
Right.
Devil Dog says I am going to give everyone a hard time. That is true. He gives everybody a hard time.
That's fine. I've got thick skin. Listen, what I do for a living, shit. I mean, let's just be honest with each other. I deal with the best of them.
Yeah.
You being a police officer, when the media shows up, the haters show up.
Well, I should also mention I am a police officer, but I work at a mental institution.
Okay.
And so,
boy, you and I could have some conversations, boy.
I'm sure we could. But, I don't really discuss work. I don't really have a niche on here other than to just say, Jerry, you need to take that doctor out to the woodshed. I agree. Jerry is my another really good buddy of mine. He's usually up here, but he's been having some issues with his heart.
Oh, yeah.
He's got, I think, AFib.
Mm-hmm. Atrial fibrillation. Yep.
And so he spent, in fact, he just had like a week and a half, maybe. He just had a procedure done to try and see. You said YouTube, please read what I said to Demoose. Okay, hang on, Jerry. Let me find it.
Look, I don't try to get into political discussions. I mean, Tommy and I, he's like you, and he's a lot like-minded like me. Listen, I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with some of the shit that's going on. Excuse my French, but that's the truth of the matter. I have to stay when I'm out in the real world, as I call it, because it's much different than the internet. I have to stay neutral. I have to stay bipartisan, and I cannot really talk to people. I mean, the first thing they do is they see a expensive camera. Who are you with? Who are you with? Who are you with?
Yeah.
And I get a hard time. Trust me, I get a hard time. I've had to, unfortunately, in different situations, just here recently of late, that I've had to use a chemical agent.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Talking about OC spray, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know what you permit, so I'm trying to be as politically correct and as vague as I can be, because of the censors on YouTube.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes, sir. I've had to use OC spray, and when I was in the medical field for 26 plus years, emergency medicine, and they train you, they teach you things and everything like that, but damn for sure I forgot about all that stuff, and I got myself as well as the person that needed it, you know. And I tell you what, that saber, if you know what I'm talking about, that ain't no joke.
Eddie says he hadn't seen many outlets be neutral. Well, partly, Eddie, I would also say that as an independent or as somebody who sells to whoever's willing to buy, I would think you pretty much have to be,
Yeah.
because you're going to sell, I guess, to both sides, I reckon.
Well, it goes into a pool, POOL,
Oh,
and listen, I'm there's no commentary on it. There's nothing. I don't say, and I cannot say a word. I cannot laugh. I can't. You know, I have to be neutral and
right,
impartial. I'm there doing a job.
right.
And, I do get assignments every once in a while. If they can't get their, I don't want to say, I don't know how to say it, like a main person or a main photographer or whatever, or videographer to go out,
Yeah,
you know, um, and it's fun actually. I mean, for me, it's fun because you're getting to you're truthfully sitting there meeting very very powerful people, and they come around to the press like after the cameras shut off. They come around to the press, they'll talk to you, they'll thank you for being there. I mean, it's a nice thing, but I mean, I couldn't call up Marco Rubio's cell phone either. Just for shits and giggles. I've covered um, the most famous sheriff in Florida, Grady Judd.
yeah. I know who he is. By the
Yeah,
way, hang on one second. Let me read this out.
sure, go ahead.
Uh, Good morning, Demoose. I am going to put a short video out about the crap that is going on with me. It is okay now, but I had a bad day, very bad day yesterday. Uh,
Oh,
that's my buddy Jerry.
well, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, sir.
He's the one that had that procedure
Yeah.
on his heart like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, my dad has AFib, and he had some sort of replacement. I think it was a valve replacement or something. And I'm gonna tell you what, he said he feels 10 times better. I mean, like 10 times better.
Well,
And I'm like, well, you're still breathing, so you're feeling better. I'm sure of that.
the yeah, that's a good thing. My father is 83, about to turn 84 years old.
Hmm.
I think he's in stage 4, maybe corny heart failure, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I guess I need to start doing what Eddie told me. Eddie, taught me to, or tried to teach me to,
Go into studio mode.
yeah, but I don't have the patience for it. I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take out OBS and redo the whole thing.
You know what? I don't use OBS. When I'm streaming, like right now, I've got a stream up of. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Gary.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Uh, I use what's called Prism Live Studio, and like I've got a stream up right now, and I can do all kinds of things to the stream that you can't do in OBS, and it's free. Um,
Oh,
it's called Prism Live Studio. It's free.
okay.
Yeah,
You just download it. You can put lower thirds on things. You can do a lot. You can sharpen the image. I mean, like I said, I don't want to. I'm not trying to plug them. I'm just saying I know what I use,
Right.
and they do have a paid version, but it's a one-time paid version. I think it was $99 or something, and it
Okay.
takes watermarks off. I mean, it does more than what I could ever think something like that could do.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah, but
I
I
mean,
just
go
use it for the background on
oh, sure,
OBS.
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
Now I can't get it to work, so I'm gonna uninstall it and start
well,
over again.
you may want to get in touch with Eddie before you do that. Eddie may be able to tell you, a troubleshooting thing. Um,
Sure.
Yeah, whenever he's not busy.
well, yeah, I agree.
And we use like me, Gary, Jerry, Devil Dog. We all use EV Musk to live stream from. And I like this streaming platform a lot better than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I have used OBS. I call it oh bullshit because um the thing it'll do exactly what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
But if you're having a panel or something, you have to use StreamYard, or you can use StreamYard
Yeah.
or something like that. You can't really do much with it. But I've never played with EV Mux, but other than I saw the link and I was like, well, let me go on up here and say hello to the police. And you know, I appreciate you letting me and letting me come up and talk your ear off, because I can do that. I've got the gift of gab.
I do too. In fact, I think a lot of us do. But there are times when it's just, I like just sitting back and listening to what else is going on.
Hmm.
The conversations can be interesting. Uh,
Trust me, on Tommy Tempers, it can get interesting. That's for
and
sure.
Tommy's good people. I like Tommy. And he does get his fair share of trolls.
Oh yeah.
We don't have a whole lot of trolls here, and I don't know why, other than we do get them on occasion. I've even had people I've gone to some, with a name like YouTube Police. Uh,
Mhm.
this is not even my main channel,
Right.
but with a name like YouTube Police, you're going to get your fair share of haters that automatically assume that I'm a bad person or whatever.
When I first
Yeah.
saw the name pop up like this, I'm like, great, now we got a cop in here going to moderate what we say or do. And then I
Yeah,
met you.
and I've had people that went through and blocked me just for saying hello. But I've also had, gone into some of these places and uh when they didn't want me there, I just told them, okay, well, I'll leave. Y'all have a good day. And so I've had people show up that because the fact I was polite, wasn't trying to create any
Yeah.
havoc. I'd
Hmm.
rather be one of those people that focuses on people getting along rather than dividing. And so I'm not interested in drama. I'm not interested in,
Me neither.
and so on here we just sit and chew the fat. So
Uh, and I'm always up for a good debate. I'm always up for good conversation, intelligent conversation. And you know what people refuse to understand, that everybody's going to have a different opinion, or may have a different opinion of maybe even like-minded people.
right,
But if you're going to sit here and tell me, that uh, your wife and your sister and all about this other stuff, okay, that's fine. I'll sit there and listen.
yeah,
Can I
well,
say something to Eddie real quick?
yeah,
Eddie, I will let you know when I'm back home. I've got to go. I found a place that's got kerosene, so I'm going to go get me some. And I have to run some errands because I got to go to the post office. And I'll let you know when I'm home.
sub digits.
But I got to go. I just want to come up and say hi. So I finally got a notification that you were going live this morning, and I'll be back as soon
Yeah,
as I
oh
can.
yeah. Thanks for coming up, Ed. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Have a good
Nice to
one.
meet you there, Ed.
Nice meeting you.
And the fact is, there ain't two people that's more uh, different or similar. I guess maybe it's probably a better. There ain't two people
Mhm.
that ain't more similar than me and Eddie. Our backgrounds are really close. His daddy was a preacher. My daddy at one point was a preacher. There's a link to Indiana. There's a link to Houston. There's a link to. There's just a lot of similarities, and
Right.
but yet we argue more than any two people I know.
That's just like my father and myself. We argue more than we get along, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's my father.
Right.
You know?
I totally get it. I'm right there with you. I totally understand. Now, doing what you do you ever get, sent to like other places, or
Oh
is it?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, well, I wouldn't say that I get or could. Well, I could get sent overseas. I've turned stuff down, and it's a lot of money. But I just listen. I don't have. I don't have a reason to go out of this country. I don't think I ever will. Well, no, I'm lying. I went to Canada.
I've
I,
been to Canada once.
yeah, that's as far as I've gone.
By the way, Eddie said that he's better looking, so that tells you right there. He's prone to lying on occasion, and he's not a quarter of an inch taller. So,
Hmm.
if he is taller at all, and I have some reservations about that,
Yeah.
it may be like the sheet of a hair thickness taller.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, he's basically the same height, similar in weight, and although it depends on what day and where I'm at, and because I tend to drop weight and gain weight and all the time. Um, he's got diabetes. I'm pre-diabetic. Uh, I like my sweets a little too much, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm right there with you.
the but Eddie, I guess I started doing this YouTubing. I don't know, about 3 almost 4 years now. Um, my first video was shot in 2020. First live stream in 2022.
Sure.
So let's see. I'm trying to keep up with chat. I'm not always very good at it. Uh, See, he is taller, but he doesn't lie at all. He tells it as it is. He is taller. He doesn't lie. I'm just messing with Eddie on that. Although he does sometimes stretch the truth. Maybe.
I'll tell you, I've been known to sometimes stretch the truth, but it's all for fun.
Right. He's like a professional pot stirrer. He likes to stir the pot all the time, and so
Well, I'm 6 foot tall and about 230 pounds, but
well,
I've been doing the same thing. I've been gaining weight and then I've been losing it. I mean, it all depends on your activity and eh, I'll go to the fitness thing. It's about the steps you put in a day,
yeah,
not to the refrigerator for a beer and back. That's just not
uh,
me.
you can work out holding taking out 12 ounces at a time.
Well, I do agree with that at some point in my life, but yeah.
We don't. I don't do a lot of drinking. If I do drink, it's gonna be on a live stream, and it's gonna be late at night when
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Hmm.
The it's I've had a friend of mine that used to come to my Super Bowl parties. I used to throw Super Bowl parties, and there'd be like 50 people here, and people looked forward to them. That was back before I became a police officer, and she would bring. She bought a 3 section crock pot, and she would always bring rotel dip. But she was killed. She was expecting a baby, and she was killed by somebody that was drunk and high on pills, and it's
Mm-mm.
not a good thing.
No,
Uh,
sir, that's not.
so let's see.
Can you
Uh,
hear this mic okay?
yeah,
I've
I hear you.
tweaked some settings on it, but
Well, can you hear me? Okay.
oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. No problem.
Well, I was watching, or I turned on for whatever reason, one of my live streams from a couple days ago, and I just seemed to be real quiet. And so and Devil Dog wants to let it be known that he hates the Patriots. So,
Well, that is fine, Devil Dog. Again, that's your decision. That's your that's your opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not one of these. Listen, I'm not one of these radical, people. I'm not. I mean, yeah, I might stream a lot of different things that have to do with that, but it's entertainment value. I guess when you're sitting there and you're just trying to decompress. But let me tell you, man, being out in the thick of it, and obviously I can't say that I've done it from a law enforcement side, but I've done it from behind law enforcement side, the law enforcement side, and man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I might just not have the temperament to, I think I would get a little more heated than what I should.
well, I understand that. Um, the it's human nature to when somebody comes to you and they're very intensive to be intensive back. Um, Sometimes it's some discussions tend to be well rather pronounced, maybe. I don't know, intense, maybe. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
if it's hard to find a lot of times to hold discussions on some subjects that tend to go. Uh, and pay, Simon wants to agitate Eddie a little bit. He says, "Go, good guys, Patriots." So, uh, yeah, Eddie can get my dander up. Most people, it's hard to do that, but I guess Eddie gets my dander up because we're such good friends, and yet he just likes pushing buttons. He could be a professional button pusher, but um, how long have you known Tommy?
Oh, I've known Tommy a couple months. I mean, he come into a live stream of mine,
Okay,
and you know, well, I'll be fully transparent with you. Obviously, um, Tommy was into like restreaming,
yeah,
like Portland and Seattle and Chicago and all this other stuff. And I believe I stumbled upon him, and I done like you, just go in somewhere, watch a video, say hello or whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
and I his link came up, so I clicked on it and I looked at his content and everything like that, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let me look into this guy a little bit more, and I subscribed to him, and we just became pals, I guess.
yeah.
And then one day he sent me a DM on X. He says, "Hey, you want to come up on panel with me?" And I said, "Excuse me," because I didn't know nothing about Streamyard or doing this. And he said, "Well, here I'm gonna put a link in the chat. If you'll come in, just let me know you're here, and I'd love to have you come up and just talk to everybody." And then I met that Queenie that
Yeah,
he has on there, and boy, let me tell you, she's a piece of work. But listen, I don't talk bad about content creators. I will never bash another content creator
right.
because it's unprofessional. Number one, not that a lot of content creators are professional, but I don't see a need in to try to trash somebody or take their little bit of money away or
Right.
whatever.
I agree.
Everybody's out here trying to listen. That extra $20 or $30 that could be a meal for somebody. Why do you gotta why do you gotta mess with somebody's money?
Right.
But that is what the trolls do. They mess with your money, and fighting YouTube for a strike or a warning or whatever is like fighting City Hall. You're not going to win.
Hey, Lucy Grace. Yeah, money is an important and a necessary tool. A lot of people, I'm not trying to mess with anybody's money. I don't, you know, I don't tend to seek drama. I don't tend to, but most of the time, take Mouse's house. Mouse's house just came into the live. Um, I did check out their channel and I subscribed.
Hmm.
I don't always. I never. It's rare for me to say anything about somebody's uh, about that I just connected with you or whatever, because I'm not one of these people that believes that you have to connect with me in order. Sub for sub just isn't. Is frowned upon by YouTube, and I don't like it to begin with. I don't
Agree.
want anybody to feel like they need to play my stuff just because I'm working on watch hours. I don't want them, that's not what this is about. Um, you don't become friends with somebody just because you get something from it. Um,
Exactly. And you don't buy their friendship by subs and super chats and
that's right.
whatever gifts.
That's right. Um, I do what I do because it's who I am. Um, and I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy meeting people. Some people I'm closer to than others, and that's it's all because it's what I want to do. YouTube. I've got a few channels, and my main channel, Belt Loop 29, is monetized. But I did learn a few things from monetization, and one, it starts to feel like a job if you let it. And
Yeah.
so I don't want another job. I work enough hours in what I'm doing. And let's see, I don't know why uh, I don't know if the I guess I get kind of caught up in the conversation. Sometimes I miss the chat, and I'm sorry if I have. By the way, I hadn't even hit my own like button. If y'all out there and you enjoy the conversation, for the longest time I refused to say, please like, subscribe if you enjoy the content. I hated hearing that. But then hey, there's nothing wrong with seeing if somebody likes the content. After all, I normally hit the like button when I go in. Um, just good manners. If it's somebody I know, the only time I don't is if I go in there and I'm not really sure about somebody, their channel, and I've had to learn that. Um, I went into a, I went into a, see all the work make Gary where he can't read anymore. I could read, but in fact, I could probably spell some words a lot of folks can't spell, but I can't. Sometimes I can't get the simple ones. I don't know why. But for example, I mean, uh, and I do think I have that ADHD and OCD ish tendencies, but um, and I'll go ahead and spell sesquipedalian just so that people don't think I'm lying about that. Sesquipedalian spelled SESQUIPEDALIAN.
Hmm.
You can feel free to look it up. The but something simple, I have trouble spelling restaurant every time.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens. Yeah, that happens.
Uh,
Yes, I can barbecue. Go Patriots.
I don't know digits. I don't know if it's ADD. It could be one of the two, but I do tend to jump from subject to subject. Um, well, let's see. Uh, I guess I've known Tommy for a couple of years. Um, a long time ago when me and Eddie used to have a show called Good Cop Bad Dog Show, and him being a Marine and me being Mike's Adventure Sparks, him being a Marine and me being a police officer. You know, he came up with the name of the thing, and I enjoyed it. Um, let's see, 314 or 31401. I don't know. I don't get that. But the my dogs have been fighting the last day or so, but they seem to be back to a normal um, um, way of getting along. So I'm making sure I keep a little bit of uh, that's spelled incorrectly. It's not sesquipedalian. Sesquipedalian. By the way, sesquipedalian is just somebody who likes to use $5 words. And so
$5 words with a $2 education, right?
something like that, yeah. Although, I mean, I am probably the least educated in my family. Parmonious. I think that's probably misspelled as well. Uh, Eddie, would you stop? You see what I'm saying? He just likes, he likes uh, throwing out. And let me look and see. Uh, Parsimonious. Yeah, maybe that is right. Well, I tell you what, I probably should have studied that in a little bit. Parsimonious. There we go. Now, I don't know if that's right or not. Anyhow, hey, that's what spell check's for. But I mean, I know a few things, but there's other things I can't get to save my life. But
Spell check and chat GPT and whatever else, because it'll fix it for you.
that's true. That brings up an interesting thing. Do you have much experience dealing with AI?
Mm-hmm. That background that you see up there
Yeah.
covering my ugly face because I didn't get up and get my shower yet. I just decided, well, I'll wait till a little bit later. That's done. That's AI. AI did that. Chat GPT.
All right. Well,
Uh,
I
I'll
know.
present something here, and I'll show you. I'll show you some of the thumbnails if you want to see them. That and how I do it. I'll show you the whole. I'll show you the business. I don't care. It ain't gonna hurt me none. You can do the same thing, but let me see if I can bring. Yeah, I can bring this up right here, and I'll show you some of the.
Eddie, ain't you got nothing better to do than sit here and just push my buttons? When he comes, technically we're on. Yeah, I'd love to see your thumbnails, but Eddie keeps, it does. Gary doesn't always have to be right, and it's not all about Belt Loop 29. So, all right, let me.
There you go. There's you see up here. I don't know if you can see me highlighting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. You just open Chat GPT up, and you come up with something.
Yeah.
And let's see. I'll do this for you. Oops. Here, I'll show you some of these real quick.
So you got one thread.
Yeah, and then I did this one yesterday. I had a little bit of time, and I said, well, I might as well stream it. And then that was the other day, and Chat GPT just does it for you. Like they did that. They did that review yesterday. It was a couple hours. It was 6 or 7 hours long that I streamed. This was this morning. This was my first live stream this morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you how neat this is. Like, that's what's that's what's streaming right this minute, over on the other on my channel. But this is how you do it. You just you write this little verbiage here, right? And you put her down here, and then I could make it about and it'll sit there and think just a little bit. I mean, it's very easy to do. I mean, you have to resize it for YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's free programs out there. You just type in resize image, and it'll come up, and there's free stuff out there to do it. And you set it to 1280 by 720, and you can paste that right into YouTube, and that'll be your thumbnail.
A lot of times I'll go into Canva.
Yeah, you can do that. You can use Canva.
Upload it and then, set it to where it does the image the size I want it to be.
Yeah. And, I have Canva. Like if I'm doing something, if I need to do a real good thumbnail, I'll use Canva. But I won't use, I use ChatGPT. I don't know if you're on X or not, but they have Super Grok, and Grok will do an image. But yeah, this does take a little bit, because I'm not going to pay $20 a month to have it. But there's the thumbnail that I just created in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can download it. You can do whatever.
Well,
but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's a good looking thumbnail. Now, with AI doing what it's doing with thumbnails and what have you, I may actually go back to doing thumbnails. I quit doing them because it took so much work to create every one of them. You had to sit there and fiddle with it and fool with it and upload and all this. It's just, to me, a pain in the rear end to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put in a private deal over here. You can copy and paste what I have, and just change it and make it whatever you want. But it'll come out just like I just did.
Yeah.
And like I said, just change it for whatever you want, and you can put in there, add a police badge, or you can put in there, add a car speeding down a road or something like that, and it'll make it.
Yeah. Well, at this point, there is a buddy of mine has my buddy Jeremiah. He's got a Auburn Sports Forum. He's got Trucker J. He's got a few channels. It seems like a lot of people I know have multiple channels.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing more like along the lines of video. That video creation is I think, more challenging. I've been trying to start a little series on one of them to, let's see. All right.
Did that work on your side there?
Yeah, I've got the link or the information.
Okay. Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll go into while I'm sitting here. I'll go ahead and
Make yourself a note.
well, I'll do more than that. I'll go into the. I'm actually going into the Chat GPT and I guess starting another thread, and I'm just going
Yeah.
to put it in there.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get me some more coffee. I'll be right back.
I don't blame you. I need to get me another cup as well, but I'll have to wait a little bit. Hey, Rick. Rick, the Screwball Peacekeeper. Just a quick hello, but sitting here, I won't fix the garage lights. Sitting here won't fix the garage lights. That's true. You know, it reminds me there's 5 things you can do with money. I'll share them. Y'all will, then you'll know them, hopefully. One, you can give it away. The garage went cold. Wait for it to warm up. I get that. You can give it away. You can buy time. You can buy experiences. You can save it, or you can spend it on things. Those first 4 tend to bring happiness. The 5th one really doesn't. Well, that's pretty cool. I'll have to redo all that and do it something to match mine. In fact, I may do that in just a minute.
I'm right here now. I'm back.
Welcome back. It made an interesting thumbnail for me. So
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the way of the AI right now, I mean, it's just getting better and better. Like when I first started using it, it was slow and you'd have to really try to dial it in. But once AI gets used to what you want and what you're wanting,
yeah,
it does just like I showed you just a little bit ago.
oh yeah. I've used it a couple of times. I just don't always think about it, but it is true, Rick. The money is useful for food and bills. That's buying things. I think electricity, buying food. But let's face it, nobody likes having to spend money on food. Um, but it's needed. You have to have it.
You want to talk about prices of food? We can get into a discussion if you want.
Maybe in a minute. I'm not saying that money is necessary, and I'm not one of these people. I'm not one of these people that wants to go live on a commune or anything like that. But looking at it from an analytical standpoint, hey Gladys Paul, good to see you. The Confident Quilter. I'm really not, but humans need food, and I can't buy luxuries. You can't buy luxuries when dead. That's true. And the fact is, you start talking about, oh, have mercy. That brings a lot of thoughts about the meaning or what government, the role of government is, what the whether it's there's a response, talking about a social contract, whether the role of government is to provide for its people, or the people are it has a responsibility to its people, or whether the people have a responsibility to the government. You start talking Locke and Montesquieu and those thinkers from I guess that was the 1700s. But the bottom line is we have to have food. There are certain things that you have to have. A lot of stuff we have is I guess would be considered a luxury. But I'm kind of a I'm not very materialistic, I guess. And that may be just because I grew up poor and never thought I'd have anything anyhow. but that's okay.
I think we all have grown up that you're not going to have anything. You're not going to do this. You're always told if you don't work hard, you ain't going to have nothing. And then you end up with like too much. And it's like, what the hell did I buy that for?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, and this is going to sound bad. I know that already, but I'm going to say it anyhow. Maybe I should preface it with the reason why. The reason why I think this way. If you look back at how humans were before, really governments before, we were a hunting and gathering society. And so men tended, to do the hunting, women tended to gather, and gather things. I think that women tend to think of, oh, I got it 50% off. Well, a lot of times that's just a marketing technique. They mark it up 100% so they can market, tell you it's now 50% off.
And that's the price they need to have for it.
That's right. And so I think sometimes, and I don't like speaking in generalities because individuals tend to be, but there are some generalities. And so let's see, Yanks should be thankful they have free TV. We pay 174 pounds and 50 pence or something like that a year for the privilege. Well, I don't disagree with that, Rick. I don't disagree that Yanks should be thankful. So I get that. You realize how much you really don't need. That's true, digits. Sorry, I get caught between trying to, have a conversation on here and reading the chat. The TV license should be abolished. I got no dog in that hunt. But I agree with you. Maybe as Americans we just get a little spoiled. After all, we have the freedom to seek happiness. We have the freedom.
Shit.
What's that?
I just did the conversion. Well, actually, ChatGPT just did the conversion of 174 pounds or $174.50 in pounds sterling. That equals $240.15 US.
Wow. That's a lot of money. Just to watch. Now, what if you don't have a TV? Rick is in the UK. Yeah. I get that. I know there's a lot of folks that go over to Denise Burnside's. Are you familiar with Denise Burnside? I would be surprised if you were.
No, I'm not.
She's a friend that is over towards Meridian, Mississippi. And her channel has been growing like crazy. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's crazy how much YouTube is pushing her. If I throw let's see, I told my dad I was going to cancel it and throw the aerial, wires behind on the way. I
do not have regular cable. Just because every damn thing that you can find is either on YouTube, Peacock, and some sort of dumbass app. Like all of our TVs, they're smart TVs. Just and here's a good one for you, Gary. Here's a good one for you. We had, before we moved from Florida to Florida, we're originally from Pennsylvania. Everybody, it seems like everybody's moves to or that's in Florida is a transplant from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you probably see it over your way too. But maybe not as prevalent, but we lost a couple TVs in our move, and it was complacency. You know, you just want to get the hell out of there because you've got a 22-hour drive
Yeah.
ahead of you, and you just want to get it done. And so we went to the store. We wanted the same TVs we had, and they don't sell them. It's all smart TVs. So, and our cable companies down here, they want you to rent a box. They want to charge you an arm and a leg for every damn thing because you got to rent it, and it's not free. But you're paying for the service, you're paying for the boxes, you're paying for all this other stuff. Then what's come out now is they have an app, and you put it on. It's on every smart TV thing that you could think of, Roku, you know, everything. And the funny part is what I'm bringing it up is all of our TVs are connected to the internet, and we pay for Peacock, but we've got and I pay for YouTube Premium, so I pay less than $150 to have TV and 7 gigabytes of internet. But my internet is fiber. I don't know if you have that over your way or not yet, but it's fiber internet.
Yeah.
It's faster than cable.
Yeah. Eddie has it. I don't have it. I want it, but you know, in fact, it amazes me when I'm over at Eddie's how fast it uploads.
Yeah.
But digits. I remember seeing about a $15,000 TV fall. It was a plasma back when plasmas were just coming out.
Plasma TV. Yeah.
And
we had one of those.
Well, apparently P Digit still has one.
I tell you what, the picture on a plasma TV, it's almost as good as the LED TVs that we have now. You know, and I'm going to tell you, LED lasts a hell of a lot longer than a plasma TV.
I don't doubt it.
You know, light emitting diode.
Right.
Plasma, I'm not for sure of all the technology behind it. I've never really researched it and never really had a want to. But, you know, like everything's going to LED. It's brighter. It lasts longer. Shit, when I was a first responder, man, we had the old rotating beacon lights, and every couple days they'd have to be up there changing a light bulb and everything like that, and it got expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Well, before I went to work, before I became police officer, I worked for a company that sold appliances and electronics. So I'm very familiar with that. That's why I saw a $15,000 television break. It fell off the wall.
Oh,
you could hear,
ooh,
you know, when it fell and busted. It had a crack in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in fact, when I right before I left there to go where I'm at now, and that's been 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was the assistant manager there at the store. It wasn't a hard job, man. I actually took a cut in pay to go become a police officer, at least what I thought was a cut in pay.
Mm-hmm.
But I was making about the same thing when I was working 80 hours a week back as a trainee. So,
well, my question is, I mean, you told me you work at a hospital.
mm-hmm.
What the hell do you need a police officer there for?
Well, apparently, at one point they had security many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. At one point, they had that went down the wrong way. Trying to anyhow, but they had security at that point, and part of what. Hang on, probably wrong to try and take another drink, but maybe it'll sort it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what they went to standards and practices. I don't know why, but there are some people that are violent, and so you my main job of what I well these the police department where we're at. One
Mm-hmm.
of the major functions is to keep everybody safe. Um, and you take a, MHT or a nurse or a CNA or any of these other individuals, and they have their work, their job,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of times, sometimes there will be assaults or we sometimes they need us just in case things go sideways. So
Yeah.
most of what we do is just try to keep everybody safe. Um,
Keep the peace type thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we do go through the police academy, and we are certified to go. I mean, I could go and work for another police department at a local town. I'm in Florence, Mississippi. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you ask Gary, he has a room there as well. Well, I could
So
get
you're a sworn police officer.
yes, I went through the police academy back in 2015. So I was a trainee for 6 8 months, something like that. I guess I started working in October of 2014. Went through the police academy from what was that? May, June, July of 2015, and graduated. I think it was July the 29th, um, back in 2015. Um, a lot of the folks that work there, some, not a lot of them, but a few of them also work at other police departments and in communities. We have had people that worked with Florence PD while they were working at the hospital, and we've had folks that worked, at like Pelahatchie or Puckett or Mendenhall while they were still employed, you know, with us. As
Mm-hmm.
in fact, I've got another lieutenant I work with. Man, he does nothing but work. He never takes a day off, and he's either working where we are, or he's working at one of the colleges. Um,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
so we are so short staffed though that there's a lot of opportunity for overtime, and not a lot of police departments allow overtime. So um, you could almost write your own check. Let's see, we want a larger for our living room, but until that dies, I don't see a reason to replace plasma. I don't blame you, digits.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. TVs are expensive. I mean, shit. I went to Costco. No, was it Costco? Was it Costco we went to?
I don't know.
Sam's Club. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the missus. And there was a TV in there, 105-inch TV. Tell me, what the hell, other than sports, do you need 105-inch TV?
I don't know. I have, when I was working at the electronics store, electronics appliances, I did on occasion take on a an installation job, or you know I've had people pay me to come reset to program the remote controls. I've had people that, pay me to set up their sound systems. I went into one that had like an 80-inch TV. That the TV was about as close as my monitor is. You
Yeah.
know, the couch was sitting right in front of it. There was probably only 2 feet between the front of the couch and the television. Of course, that was also, it was one of those projection TVs where they had I mean, I've got a pretty big room here. This is probably, I don't know, 600 square feet.
Hmm.
And my television that I don't use it very often, like I used to. Most of my time spent at this computer, but it's a 65. But I've had a 65 for, around that size. I think I've had a 63 and a 65 for, I don't know, 20 years or so.
We have a 75-inch that we bought about 5-6 years ago. I think it was, yeah, it was about 5. Yeah, she's saying about 5 years ago, and we probably got about 400 feet, 500, 450, maybe at the most 500. But you know, as much as we watch TV, it's not worth all that 105-inch TV. And like Black Friday, uh, I was tempted. Oh, I was so tempted Black Friday to buy a bigger one. And I just, I sat there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm eyeing it up. And my wife looks at me and says, "No, we don't need it." And I said, I know we don't need it, but I want it. She said, "You've got 5 monitors at your computer that you can put together and watch something the same size in your office than that you can in the living room." I said, "Yeah, but that Xbox, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm no gamer. I just sit there and mess around. I die more than I win. Oh, Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Eddie plays Call of Duty. He's on
Mhm.
Black Ops 7 right now. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
I played Call of Duty, but that was like Black Ops 3 or something.
Yeah.
Since I've played it.
We I'm on Call of Duty 7 or whatever the hell it is, point .7 or whatever it is. But and then I do this. You ever heard of Steam on the computer? It's
Yeah.
called Steam. I'm gonna tell you what. You could say if you have the right setup, you can pretty much do what you can on an Xbox, or not Xbox, damn PlayStation, stuff like that. But there are people out there to play these games. Gary, I don't know if you've ever seen a gaming stream that's all they do is they sit there and they play games 14 to 16 hours a day. That's all they do. And I'm gonna tell you what, there's a lot of people up there. There's a lot of people out there that they're making some real damn good money on this stuff.
Oh,
They're streaming on YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Rumble, and they're oh, you did a good move. Here's $50.
that's
Good move.
crazy. Hey,
Yeah.
Stevie, how you doing?
Hey, oh, I'm one sore puppy today, but it's good. I'm on the right side of the grass, so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
guess
Every
that's a
day above
bonus.
ground.
Yep.
The every
Gary,
day.
I'm gonna have to step out for a minute. I'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Okay.
I gotta change the stream. It's gonna take me a minute. I'll be right back on here.
All right. We'll see you in just a minute.
Yes, sir. How the hell
The
do you get out of here?
what you got going on? You heading to work?
Yeah, I'm headed to work.
Apparently you had a little bit of a rough day yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know why people keep putting events on days uh, when I'm the only one in the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know. Simon's continuing to mess with Eddie. Go Patriots. The
No, no Patriots. Screw
Well,
that nonsense.
I admit I couldn't stand the Patriots, for a long time, but that was when I was watching football. So the I couldn't stand Bill Belichick, and I couldn't stand, who was that quarterback? Butler. No, Tom something. I can't even remember his name. Tom Brady.
Brady, yeah.
Yeah, could not stand him. But also, I found out later, or long after I developed my hatred for them, that they had modeled their football team after the Dallas Cowboys. So I thought, well, at least they got the good sense to to pick a winner. Although the Dallas hadn't done anything in years. So,
Yeah.
but the
Well,
truth,
we hate the Patriots so much that invited to the Super Bowl game over at the kids' house, and we declined. That's how much we don't like the Patriots.
uh,
That's how
the
much we don't like them.
Patriots. I think the Patriots and the Seahawks are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Mouse's houses.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't watch the Hawks because of the fact that I got priced out of Seattle because that frickin' stadium. We didn't vote for a new stadium.
Yeah,
Property taxes went up so high. It was for a little tiny house. It was 1,600 square foot house. It was like over $5,000 a year in property taxes.
the hey, I get it. Digit says I absolutely love all the hate the Pats are getting. We got us, and that's all we need. Hey, I don't hate them. I just at one time I didn't like them. I've got to where, of course, it was the same thing for the Steelers. I hated the Steelers for a long time. Um, and that, of course, that was back from the Terry Bradshaw days, what have you. I guess when you're successful, it naturally brings on haters. You kind of see. I don't know if that's what happened out there in California, but I think it has something to do with the prices of houses out there are just crazy. Not that I've ever lived there or even been there, but you can look up houses, on the internet what they sell for out there. Um,
Yeah, you couldn't get me to live in California. I just won't. You couldn't get me to live there.
well, there's so many issues out there. I don't care for the tax and spend, tax and fraud and hook your buddy up, policies that you see out that way. I don't care for the. I mean, I hear the weather is nice, but hey, weather's just a one part of life. Um, the I don't care to. From what I understand, they've even got apps out there to tell you where the human poop is on the streets.
Oh,
The
for crying out loud!
Well, that's what I've heard. The um uh yeah, that's true. The Patriots do have more rings. Dallas has five, I think. And, Dallas has the distinction of having the only Super Bowl MVP when they lost the Super Bowl. They also have the distinction of having the only team to have Super Bowl co-MVPs. So, but I'm let's see, houses. Was talking about how when he or she pulls for a team they lose. Let's see, they made the Super Bowl. I had completely cut myself off. It was a flawless season. And as soon as I walked into the room, bounced off his knee and they lost. I get it. When I was pulling for Dallas, you got to where you believed they were going to somehow screw up the game and lose it. But when Roger Staubach was there, and I know I'm dating myself a little bit, but you never doubted the Dallas Cowboys. Roger Staubach was going to do something, throw something or run something, or and he was going to make it happen. So, but then he left and had kind of left. So, but I miss those days. But that's okay. It is what it is. And, how long does it take you to drive to work, Stevie?
Oh, it shows me an hour.
Wow, that's a long ways to work. That sounds like my daddy. My daddy used to
Well,
drive.
it's as close to Seattle as I'm gonna get.
Yeah. My daddy used to drive about an hour for work every day. Hour and a half, something like that. I guess I could look it up. I know he used to work in New Augusta, and he lived in Petal. Let me see how long that is. How far is it from Petal, Mississippi to New Augusta? All right. That drive takes, that can't be right. Maybe it is. One of it, he worked for a couple places. That's saying it's only like a 30-minute drive. But I know he used to, how about the Lucedale? Because I know he worked there too.
Yeah, but keep in mind, were those highways there back then?
Yeah.
Were the freeways there back then? Because that could be a total game changer. Could have
That's,
been an hour. Could have been an hour back in the day when you were a child.
well, to Lucedale, I know he actually worked for a couple different school systems back there.
Yes, please.
To Lucedale, it's an hour, 56.7 miles. So, I don't know. Coffee, run. Hey, Des. How you doing, darling? There's Civvy. I see, I was just talking about Des and Civvy. Let's just see her. Good to see you, darling.
Good to see you too.
The
God.
Now, I guess it's just easier or more convenient to pick up coffee every day.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Tammy usually leaves the pot running when she leaves. I think she leaves about 7:30, but I think she makes it around 5 o'clock. We just use regular coffee though. I think, uh, although my creamer is that French vanilla stuff, and I'm kind of stuck on that. Um, anyhow, sick as you're sick this morning. I think that's what you're saying. And no one's going to see Jerry Butler today. And Des saying she can see Jerry, but it's on just his typing, I reckon. So you got it. Let's see. Sivvy, what are you cooking next?
What are we cooking next? On Saturday, we're doing a sugar-free cheesecake.
That's going to be the
And
along with episode.
what's that?
That's going to be the cook along with episode. I know at least two people's going to be cooking with you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So if anybody else wants to join in on the fun, the ingredients list is on my community tab. And I'm not sure what to do on Sunday. We're not doing Wheel of Misfortune. We're probably gonna do party food. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out.
I got one for you, although you could probably make it better. But some of the things that we used to make whenever we throw a Super Bowl party, we'd always have some of the same things. Everybody had their special that they would go through and make. Me, I usually took some button mushrooms, wrapped them in bacon, doused them with Worcestershire sauce, and then sprinkle a little Tony Chachere's over the top of them. Then you put those on the grill till that bacon crisps up. Um, that those were always the first thing gone when folks had come over. Those mushrooms would people love those mushrooms. Um, but they also like the
Thank you.
let's see, fine physically. I do not see that everybody's you. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming in, Digits. Lunch meeting soon. Hope everybody has. I hadn't even looked at the time. I don't even know what time it is. I'll look at that in a minute. Um, Something else that I used to make regularly is poor man's drunk chicken, and with it,
Poor man's drunk chicken.
oh yes, ma'am. Um, with it, you go through and you take dark meat works best. So I'm talking legs, wings, and thighs. Although the wings, I don't know, are wings considered dark meat, ain't they?
No, they're considered white meat.
Well, it works well with them, but for some reason, chicken breasts just don't seem to work as well. Um, but you put those in a pot, pour a beer over them, pour a bunch of barbecue sauce on them, and then cut up an onion and throw it in there. The onion, for some reason, is the flavor profile of it just is needed. It makes a huge difference. I guess if you got like Baby Ray's onion flavored, that would probably work. But if you're using regular barbecue sauce, cut up an onion, throw it in there. Put that on, stir it regularly to keep it from burning on the bottom of the thing, and then uh, the when it starts to be basically it's cooked. You can tell because that there's one little piece that always hops off the leg, and it bring it to a boil. It's a slow boil, and then take it out and set it on the grill for like 5-10 minutes. Just to add a little tacky to it, knock the
Yeah.
wet off of it, and that's some good eating. Um,
I'm probably not going to be firing up the grill this weekend. It's a little too
well,
cold for that.
you can
Um,
you can put it on a broiler pan and put it in the oven as well. Just doesn't add the smoke, the charcoal flavor, but it's good.
I'll have to save that one for the warmer weather.
Oh yeah.
Uh, let's see here.
Now you had said something at one point about adding some, what was it, cheese, taking off the stem and adding some cheese. I think I think that was you
to what?
to some mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. There was a dish that I used to make. It was it. I I think I have a picture of it. I can't show it to you. I think you've already seen it. It had a it had a horseradish Havarti and minced shrimp, I believe. I've done so many variations to it that I don't remember what's what, but it was always the horseradish Havarti, and then it was served in a wine broth.
That sounds good.
It was good, and it had big chunks of bacon in it, um, lardons, and some spicy peppers and all sorts of stuff. And then it had baguettes and some crostini baguette that was on the side so that you can use that for dipping in the butter wine broth.
I bet that's good.
It was good. It might be a little too bougie for football.
Well, there's a sandwich that when I was working for Godfathers, I used to make. Um, I'm thinking I need to start making those again. It's you take like a hoagie bun, throw some ranch on it, put about spread out 4 slices of Canadian bacon, and then just throw some mozzarella on top, and
Oh, nice.
that would be and then put it in the oven till it's toasted. Uh, that absolutely is one of the best sandwiches.
Grinders. They're grinders. They're called grinders.
Okay, cool.
Um, God, I miss Godfather's pizza. I miss that. I miss Godfather's.
The
God, I love their pizzas.
I used to work. I was assistant manager for Godfathers one out in Fort Worth and one I think over in I don't even remember what the other town was, but it's there in the DFW area.
It
Um,
was it was a sad day when they closed down. When they just disappeared.
well, they've never had them. That's when I was living out in the DFW area. Um, I've lived there in Texas a few times. The resourceful living that sounds interesting. I don't know. My primary focus right now is to. I know we'll be growing some tomatoes and some peppers if and Tammy will want to grow some more herbs. She does herbs all the time. She'll probably have 8, 9, 10 different types of mint, and she'll have a couple different types of different herbs. Um, Myself, I don't. My primary focus, my goal, my existence, my entire reason for living at this moment is to is to make as much money as I can to at work in order to increase my pension. Understand most people have 25, 30 years to work on their pension. I was 50 years old when I became a police officer. So there's two factors in what they pay you on the pension. One of which is your average of your highest 4 paying years, and the other is how long you worked. And so since I was 50 when I started there, if I worked to 65, I'm only going to get 15, even though you're supposed to have 30. So a lot of people don't understand why I'm working the hours I am right now, but it's for that reason. It's because I got a late start on things, and so I'm having to put in more effort than maybe somebody else might have to. So, uh, yeah, I get it. Um, so there's only two things I can do to increase my pension: work more hours or work till I'm 80 or something like that, some ridiculous time. And I want to be able to try and enjoy my retirement. So that's that's the only way I know to do it at this time. Maybe there's a better way. I don't know, but YouTube, YouTube can get like a job, and I don't want another job. I want to play with it. What is the second option? Work more hours. Eddie keeps telling me I need to work till I'm 70. I don't want to work to 70. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. Work till you're 80. No, Eddie, I'm not working till I'm 80. Start federal government till 7 years ago. I get it. Truthfully, I do. Resourceful living. I've been working where I'm working for 11 years now, and so I'm just 61. Well, I am 61. It's coming closer and closer into view. Why would I want to work till I'm 80, Eddie? I don't understand why he keeps saying that, other than to push my buttons. I don't I don't want to work that long, Eddie. I'd rather put in the hours now when I can.
Well,
Oh,
with the cost of living as it is right now, there's people that have no choice but to go back and at least work a part-time job to
yeah,
supplement their social security. It's like I've got one cook in my kitchen. She's 75 years old. Um, she works 2 days a week.
yeah. Well, I hear that's pretty common these days. People having to go back to work.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't. I may work till I'm 70, Eddie. I don't know. My plan at the moment is to work till about 65. But at latest, I think I'm going to work is probably going to be 67. What a lot of people don't take into consideration is that you have so many years that you're going to have good health or your ability as you get really old. Assuming you live that long, it's hard to walk, it's hard to get around. It you have a certain amount of time of healthy years, hopefully, that you can go and do things. I want to spend some time, traveling, although that's never been that important to me. Well, I appreciate that, Eddie. Although I suspect it just we won't go into that right now. But the bottom line is, I'd like to enjoy a couple of years anyhow. So now, don't get me wrong. I love my life. I love the fact that I've got the best friends, I've got the best family, the best wife. Everything in my life is rosy. Uh, but that doesn't mean that I always do what I want to do. I do what I need to do, if that makes sense. Um, have a good day, Des. So, as long as I have the ability to have a say in my outcome, Butler fan Eddie, I like to support boobs too, Eddie. That sounds like a bra to me. Um, bra, I don't know. Uh, he may be. If he is, that's okay. Um, we all know that ain't true, so that's obvious. Anyhow, but as long as I have the ability to have a say in the outcome, that's what I'm going to do. I I did work. They got me to work a double on Sunday, and so they wouldn't let me work a double. I was scheduled for a double on Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. So today being Wednesday, I let's see, not reading what I was typing. Oh, okay, okay, but um, all
Oh,
I
this
know
can't
is
be good.
what's that?
Oh, traffic backed up over here. Oh
That
man.
ain't good.
No, it's not. Looks like I'm getting off on Valley.
You're like a
Wow.
you're like a human GPS, Civvy.
Huh?
You're like a human GPS. you know all the ways around, and it's just kind of cool.
No, I don't. I get lost easy. Timmy's the one that's the human GPS. You can give him an address and he can take you there.
Very cool.
Me, it's like I get lost even with a GPS. You know.
Well, GPS ain't always accurate. We get people down, or we used to. It's been a couple of years, I guess, since I've noticed it. But we used to get people all the time trying to get to the airport, end up at our, where I work. I guess somebody one time put a pin there and called it the airport or something. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
I guess we did have one fella. I've only made, I don't know, a couple of arrests in the entire 11 years I've been working there. And I think most all of them have been, drug or alcohol related. So sometimes you get people coming through there that we had one fella that was on medication that left his house in, I think it was in Arkansas, and missed his turn. So somehow he ended up there. Um, how that happens, I have no idea. I guess he didn't know. He didn't have that thing inside of you that says, "I've gone way too far." And I think he was just headed to the store for some milk. So now that was not a patient. That was somebody that drove onto the property. Maybe
Wow.
patients, pilots, or air traffic controllers. I have no idea. Uh,
Why is it taking me this way? This is what I don't understand. Is I'm basically making a freaking crisscross pattern through Sumner right now. God. Oh, road work ahead. Wonderful. Oh, that's not bad. Never mind.
yeah. Eddie, you still heading to your last repair? The well, let me see. How long have I been live? Oh wow, I've been live a little while. The
Yeah, I got a message with the EV Mux link. I think it was seven something this morning my time.
what is
Something
it?
tells me I'm missing the morning meeting today.
Oh wow, what morning? You have a morning meeting at work?
Yeah, every frickin' morning we have a meeting.
Oh,
Every damn morning
that's
at
sad.
10.
Well, if it was 7, how could you be missing or 7 or not? I
Well,
don't.
no, my GPS says that I won't be arriving at work until 9:59,
Oh, okay.
which is not taking into consideration that it just now put me back on Highway 410. So we will soon see just how bad this is.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's moving over here. Okay, so problem solved.
Let's see. Well,
No, it was just a really bad backup back that way. So
yeah. At some
well,
point.
merge. Oh God, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I have no patience for idiots. People don't know
Yeah.
how to zipper. always waiting for a personal invite.
I get it. It's funny the driving here and between here and uh, the difference in driving here and in Dallas, DFW area is huge. Um, it's funny because I grew up early on. I was driving in Dallas. I don't know, 16 years old, somewhere, or maybe that was Houston. I think that was Houston. But I drove again out when I was 20 something out in DFW back in '85. But I had a friend of mine, go with me to Texas, and I tried to tell him, you don't slow down on a entry, on a on ramp. He was slowing down, waiting for I let him drive for some reason, and he was, sweetheart, come here, come here, Harold's got. Yeah, I'm needing another cup of coffee, but it's going to be a few minutes before I can do that. But Nikki's been, Nikki's been in my lap now for a pretty good while. Um, yes, I'm talking about you.
She's such a sweet baby.
She is, but she likes to block my mouth. Of course, I'm probably at least partially responsible because I give her kisses. Yes, I do. She's my eldest daughter, so my fur babies. Her and AJ got into it the other day. I don't know what was the cause of it. Cause of it. Uh, it never happened before. Uh, I guess the first time it happened, I know what caused it, but um, the since then, every now and then, her and AJ get into it, and when they lock eyes, they have to, they stare each other down and then finally go at each other. But I have to keep a watch on them.
Yeah, Cindy and Dory do that too.
Thanks for coming in, Eddie. I mean, Jerry. Uh, I wonder why he didn't say bye to me. He said bye to Eddie.
I don't know.
That's okay. I'm sure he thought it. That's okay. But yeah, I mean, I've got double tomorrow and then double the next day.
Yeah.
It gets a little long days at that. It's not hard work physically, typically. Sometimes you have to get in and break up a fight, but that doesn't happen every day, and so. Uh, and Devil Dog says, "Talk to you later." So did Arlene. Bye to Jerry. Thank you for coming in.
Bye, Jerry. Thank you for the full, Jerry.
That was pretty. I did watch the video.
Yeah. I can't wait to use it.
Well, I don't normally watch videos, but I saw you on there and had to click on it. So it was a good video. I hit the thumbs up too. That reminds me.
Well, what was really cute was Leroy. It's like he heard me rip the box open, and he came running out from I don't know where, because we don't know where that cat hides during the daytime. He's just, he just doesn't come out that often. And it's not that he's a skittish cat. He's just antisocial, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's my big 35-pound cat, right? He heard that box open, and he came running into the kitchen. I set it on the floor, and not even a minute later, he's in the box. And I had just got home from work, so I went into the bedroom to go and change my clothes and go to the bathroom. And I could hear Timmy in the kitchen arguing and trying to reason with this cat to try to get the box away from him so he could go put it in the TV room and take away his old tattered up box. And he's arguing with Leroy. It was the funniest thing. It was one of those times when I wish I could have gotten a video of that, where he was trying to bargain with the cat to get the box, and Leroy wasn't having any of it. He wanted to. He had a major case of the stink eye apparently, so he was loving the box.
That is funny. 35 pounds is a big cat.
Oh yeah, he's huge. He's just a little chubby, you know. He's just a very big cat. He's half Maine Coon, but the other half is Siamese. So he looks Siamese, but he's the size of a Maine Coon without all the hair.
Let's see. I am currently on video. Where is that? 193 of 300, and I think it's 306. It's either 303 or 306. Let me make sure it's I had to reboot all my stuff, so hang on. I had to reboot all my stuff because it was starting to buffer and everything earlier, and so I'm restarting your playlist back where it was at when I left off. I think it's probably around. Let's see. I'm on 193 of 308. I guess I could go ahead and like it while I'm sitting here. Hang on. There we go. Like number 10. Sub CB. Much love for you and Tim. You got one job, Tim. And this particular one is Bloops and Gags Mountain Dew episode.
Oh yeah.
Looks interesting. You're working on braising some ribs, I think.
That one. Yeah, I smoked some ribs, and the Mountain Dew episode was Jello, Mountain Dew, beef ribs, and something.
Let's see. Something about Timmy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Be afraid, Mason. LOL. And I'm just waiting for it to say something about Timmy and DoorDash. Watches Timmy scrolling through DoorDash. Sorry, just redneck sushi. Was that what made Timmy throw up?
No, it was whatever it was that Judy May Collins did. It was like hot sauce, sardines, and crackers.
Well, seems like
Yeah.
I've heard. Does he just not like sardines? I don't care for him either.
He doesn't like a lot of things.
Okay.
He doesn't like spice. He doesn't like his steaks pink. I mean, it's like he's got to have those steaks thoroughly dead. You know, it's a shoe leather consistency. He doesn't like raw fish. He doesn't like this. He doesn't like that. It's like he's very particular. I mean, he literally has the palate of a toddler, you know?
You know, I know somebody else that has the palate of a toddler as well.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah?
yeah, his name is. In fact, he's got a channel. The Vaughn Homestead is his channel. He's another officer that I work with. That is, going through the police academy. He went through the police academy with nothing but bacon bits, bread, and all he ate, I think, was bacon bits, bread, and something while he's there. He didn't eat. He won't eat chicken unless it's like chicken nuggets, and even then, he won't eat them if it's not processed. Um, I think most of his diet consists of flaming hot Cheeto, uh, mac and cheese. He will eat like ham slices if it's processed. Um, he has the weirdest diet I've ever seen.
It sounds like somebody that either has gotten food poisoning or a parasite from something, and as a child, and I don't know.
Well, I can tell you why he does it. Um, his mama always wanted a boy, and so when she had him, she spoiled him. He had two sisters, I think, but she spoiled him and didn't make him eat anything he didn't want to eat. I guess he was just a real picky eater when he was a kid and never grew out of it. She didn't make him, so I don't know. That reminds me, I got to think of it's what time is it? It's 11:30 here. At some point, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to eat and uh, go get something to eat or another cup of coffee or something. I don't know.
You know what
But
sounds good is haystacks.
haystacks would be delicious. I
Yeah.
like butterscotch. Ain't haystacks made with butterscotch?
No, you get a bag of Fritos. You get a bag of Fritos, and you dump a bunch of chili into the bag, over the top of the Cheetos, and you stuff it full of lettuce, tomato, olives, cheese, sour cream. And you just eat it right out of the bag. You never had that?
No, not that I know of.
Oh
The
my god.
This is saying peanut butter haystack. And maybe I'm just mishearing it. This is talking about a haystack as a dish composed of starchy food topped by protein or rice in combination with fresh fat. That's not the same thing that I'm used to. Butterscotch haystack cookies. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Now those are good. And that's a can of chow mein noodles, butterscotch, uh, a little bit of vanilla, and butter, I believe.
Well,
That's it.
that sounds right. I love butter. I do love those though.
Yeah, I
Every
love
now and
those
then.
two. Those are Timmy's oldest daughter's favorite cookie.
Well, that's making my mouth water
But
right now.
but the haystacks that I'm talking about is a bag of Fritos. You dump chili into it. You top it with some lettuce and tomato and onion and cheese and olives and whatever else you want to put on it, like jalapenos or whatever.
Yeah.
Even throw on some hot dogs. Chop up some hot dogs and toss it in there.
Simon says it sounds like a walking taco.
Pretty much.
I've never heard of a
Pretty
walking
much.
taco either, but it sounds good.
Yeah, that's basically it. And then if you let it sit long enough, the chili softens the Fritos. It's easier to eat.
Yeah,
It's called haystack.
that's called a haystack as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are great party foods for a football game because all you have to do is just put out a bunch of Fritos and have a crock pot full of chili and maybe another crock pot full of cheese sauce, and have all your little condiments that you want to put on, that you would want to put on top of it, lined up in little bowls, and everybody goes along and grabs a bag, starts decking it out the way that they want it, and then they take it over to the sofa, and you don't need a paper plate or anything like that. I mean, you could dump it out on a plate, but you could just eat it right out of the bag.
Yeah, I can see that. Sounds delicious.
Yeah,
The I could see myself eating that.
5 Star Mechanical. Those guys are a joke.
Let's see. Yes, Arlene is an awesome mod.
Yeah, she is. She's awesome.
We've got a lot of really good people in our community. It you know
Yes.
it seems like there are times when we almost become desensitized or oversensitized. I don't know. You, things become normal. The I remember when I first started. You're welcome, Arlene. Um, I mean, I still do see and feel the humility from having so many folks, uh, wonderful people, wonderful channels come in. But it was almost overwhelming when I first started. It, I couldn't understand why anybody would want to come into my live anyhow. The But it is, I'm thankful. Even to this day, I'm thankful for it. Um, you know, some people will come for a while. They'll hang out, get to know you a little bit, and then you don't see them for a while. I can think of
Yeah.
uh, a lot of the people that used to hang out on the live stream. I don't see them anymore. There's a few that I do. You know, obviously Devil Dog being the most obvious one. You know, but even people that we're friends with, what have you, we don't see them very often. And if we do, it's because we go over there. And thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. Um, but if we do see them, it's usually because we go hang out at their live streams and what have you. You don't see them as much as we used to. Of course, it could also be, we used to go live at midnight our time, and you know, I'm not doing that anymore. Although every now and then I think about it, but sleep is a precious commodity these days. And so,
Yeah.
um,
That's for sure.
let's see. I'll stop working for 5 minutes. Well, thank you for being here. I wasn't specifically talking about you. The but I see Big Matt. Uh, in here from time to time, and I am well aware that Big Matt lurks. Um, but I mean, we use Al Chafe used to come in. We used to see a lot of folks. If you go through it and look at some of the old ones, the some of the old live streams, the people that were on panel, the people that you just never see them, unless you go to their place and see them. And maybe I don't know. Um, I guess I tend to think that they've. I don't tend to take as pessimistic view as Eddie does. It's just like you don't hang out with the same folks you hung out with in high school. Typically, the only that doesn't mean you don't like seeing them when you see them. People have their lives to do, and I don't necessarily mean that as in live streaming. Although that certainly does take people's focus on here a lot of times do go through, and it is about hitting this goal or hitting that goal. Uh, and I guess I do the same thing to some degree. Well, welcome back, Rick. Uh, Now off in a military plane to the Ukraine. Oh, wow. Stay safe over there, Rick. Um,
I might actually leave work early today.
well, are you going to be there for the meeting?
It's showing that I'll be there. I'll arrive at 9:59.
And meeting's not till 10, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a stupid meeting. We just stand around and talk about, who's in the hospital, who's died, are there any grievances, what's everybody doing today, it's morning stand up.
Yeah, I understand. We have shift change, although to be fair, we hadn't been doing it much lately. Um, I was the last holdout. I kept sending people over with the pass on book to pass on the information, but nobody does it anymore. Uh, Stupid at best. I get that, Rick. Um, Anyhow, thank you. Thank you. Been in my lap for a while. My butt's feeling a little worn out. No, but I mean, I like going back to see. Every now and then, I'll throw on an old good cop, bad dog episode, just so I get to see some folks. Now, I blame YouTube to some degree, for that because it doesn't show. It does not show me everybody. It only shows a limited number of live streams. It only shows a limited number of videos. It only shows, you know, and I do go visit some live streams that you know, uh, yeah, you can say Popo, you know, the, I'm all right with that. Um, I think Eddie would agree with me. I tend to avoid the pork references, but even then, I know they're out there, so I see them from time to time. It happens. Um, you know, that doesn't mean I'm fond of them, but still, you're going to run into that when you go to some of the live streams I go to. Uh, some people can't help themselves. I'd prefer them not, but obviously, I can't control everybody, and I'm not going to hold that against everybody because after all, I'm trying to show a different side to a lot of people think that police officers are ego driven, jerks or something. I don't know. Not everybody has a very good view of police. and I understand while I've only
Yeah,
been. Go ahead.
well, yeah, people have bad bad experiences, and it's like, some of them are trauma based, and they had something traumatizing happen to them, and the cops either didn't believe them, or you know something bad happened and nothing happened to the person that did something bad. you know
Yeah.
it's like it took me a while to trust police officers again, and I'm not going to go into detail over what happened. That's not a story I want to tell,
Okay.
but it took a while. It took a while for me to get over that, and there's times when I'm still like, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can trust this cop.
Yeah, I understand. The
And the same thing with the justice system. It's like, if somebody is given a life sentence without possibility of parole, why is it that it's all of a sudden cruel and unusual punishment to keep them incarcerated for their natural life just because they suffered a stroke in prison? So they let them out.
yeah. Well, I agree. Um, and I agree with Matt, who was saying you have good ones and bad ones, just like regular people, and that's true. And I don't think that's a couple different directions of conversation. Um, you have good people and bad people in every town and every walk of life. You know, whether it be regardless of whether they're male or female, whether they're confused about that, or whether they're certain about that, or whether they are black or white, or uh, yellow, brown, purple. You're going to have good people and bad people. Hey Tim, good to see you.
Hey, Tim.
Um, and so I hate to make generalizations, but you can also look, I guess, at statistics and find statistics to support whatever you know belief you have. Um, but I guess when I'm on here, if I had a goal for YouTube, it would be uh, no, Rick, we're in the U.S. We travel on the right side. Um, the If I had one goal, I would like for people to understand, and maybe because of the way I do things, um, I would like to present the fact that police officers are people. A lot of people don't think of it. Most people's interactions with police officers just when they get pulled over. A yellow sign. What color are the signs in the UK, Rick? But my job doesn't define me. Um, I can, but when you're talking about the justice system and what have you, there are a lot of flaws in it. But I feel like it's for the best, I guess, the best system around. Anyhow, I think for a long time they didn't take um, the victim's account into it. But then again, I don't think you should let. I understand that there are things that are profound that happen to people that that after all, ultimately we learn from our experiences. Um, we are who we are because of our experiences. At least I believe that. Now there may be some physiological differences that have determining factors as well. It's somewhere between the two. But I guess my goal here is to let people know that, I think most officers undertake the job because they want to make a difference. They don't get paid that well most of the time. So they got to be something. And sometimes it takes a certain perspective or a certain personality, I guess, to run towards the gunfire rather than away from the gunfire. I have to believe that season coming is stop signs. Okay, is the universal 8 octagonal sign. I have to believe that that they have a desire to help other people as well, or maybe it's desire to help those that can't help themselves, maybe. But there's a lot of people that view themselves, I guess, as a victim, and we are. I guess everybody. It's just like I say all the time: life is a struggle, because it is. But the struggle is different for different people. Everybody doesn't have the same struggle, and everybody doesn't have the. Some people are born into rich families, and maybe they'll lose their fortune or something. I don't know. Maybe they were poor and made something out of their life. Um, Within my own family, you have, I've probably the closest thing to a black sheep, I guess. My brothers have done very well. It has, growing up poor has had an effect on me, and that I honestly don't expect a whole lot. My expectations are, very low. So I think that creates an environment or a frame of mind where you appreciate things maybe a little bit more than other folks. But I don't know. Um, uh, red circles, red circles. Uh, I suggest speed because of hazardous corner. The red circles are traffic orders. Well, we don't really have those over here. Um, See, speed signs change with certain roads to have national speed. Well, y'all don't go miles per hour though. I don't think, Rick. All right. Well, we've been live for longer than I planned on being. Um, Welcome back, Chevy. Hey, Marines and Army Mom.
It's like the dead zone. It's like the massive dead zone.
Okay.
And
Well, let me go through and recognize the folks that are here. And let's see here. All right. And let me see if I can get to it. Participants. Arlene DeMoose, Marines and Army Mom, Rick, the Screwball Peacekeeper, and Tim Mitchell. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for your support. Much love for all of you. Oops, I think I threw that where Nikki can't get to it. I am going to go through, and with that, and Devil Dog, I'm sorry. Let me also mention, thank everybody that's been here as well, and thanks Civvy. And let's see, everybody. Well, Jerry and Matt, and I'm thankful for everything. I am going to go ahead and end it. I just happened to be at 2:29, and I'm going to try to end it right on the 29 maybe. I'll try to. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not, but we'll see. I may have to trim a second off of it or something. DeMoose, good to see you. Let's see. And 3, 2, 1. All right.